This factory was built in 1974. At its peak, thousands of people depended on it for their livelihood. Families were fed here, careers were built here, machines ran day and night. Then, one day, it all stopped. Today, this place is abandoned, forgotten, left to rot. But what I discovered inside these walls tells a much bigger story about Nigeria. Let's go inside. Welcome back to this channel. Today I'm going to Ogun State, standing in the front of one of Nigeria's forgotten industrial giants, Nigergrob Ceramics. I've heard of the stories of this place some years back. An elderly woman I met told me her husband worked here in 1980s. She said the factory was once so busy that the roads around it were filled with workers every morning. I wanted to see what remained of that dream. I wasn't prepared for what I found. The first thing that hits you is the silence. No machines, no workers, no voices, just wind. It's hard to believe that this empty place was once one of Nigeria's leading ceramic factories, producing floor and wall tiles that were sold across the country. As I walk further in, it feels like stepping into another era. Look at this. Laboratory equipment is still sitting there. Dust covers everything. It is as if the workers simply left and never nurtured. And then I found this, a dusty roster, names of people who probably spent years of their lives in this factory. People who woke up every day, came to work, and never imagined that one day this place would become a ghost town. Then I found something even more emotional. This sticker says, "It's a boy, 1993. Think about that. The baby being celebrated here is now an adult. Maybe they have children of their own. Yet this factory remains frozen in time. That hit me hard because buildings don't just collapse, they preserved memories. So what happened? How does a company that once symbolized industrial progress end up like this? The answer is complicated. Nigeria went through difficult economic periods in the 1980s and 1990s. Power supply became unreliable. Factories spent huge amounts of money running generators. The naira lost its value. Operating costs skyrocketed. Debts piled up. Then came legal disputes involving creditors and trustees. And while court cases dragged on, factory slowly died. Machines stopped. Roofs leaked. Nature moved in. Rust took over. Standing here, you don't just see abandoned buildings. You see lost opportunities. You see jobs that disappeared. You see dreams that never reached their potential. And you can't help asking a difficult question. What if this place had survived? How many people would still be employed here today? How many businesses would have grown around it? How much value could this factory still be creating for Nigeria? This isn't just a story of one abandoned factory. It is the story of what happens when industries fail and entire communities pay the price. Someone wrote their name on this wall years ago. They probably never imagined that decades later, someone will be standing here reading their names. Long after the machine stopped, these walls are still telling stories. Maybe that's why places like this matter, because they remind us of what we built, what we lost, and what we still have the opportunity to rebuild. Do you think factories like Nigergrob could have been saved? And should Nigeria revive and preserve abandoned industries like this one? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this journey into Nigeria's forgotten history, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next exploration. Till then, stay blessed.